and became one of Joe Biden's main endorsers there on the campaign trail just 6 days away from the election. Buttigieg there in Florida stumping for Biden. We've been bringing you all things politics here on News Now from Fox. We'll continue to do that as the day goes on here. It's about almost 5 p.m. Here in Phoenix, 8 p.m. Eastern, but we're following a number of different stories around the country, including Hurricane Zeta that just made landfall in Louisiana. We want to bring that up for you right now. There's the radar there, and Hurricane Zeta made landfall as a Category 2. And remember, Louisiana has just gotten pummeled in the last few weeks by hurricanes, Hurricane Laura, Hurricane Delta, and now Zeta. Zeta, the fifth named storm to slam the region this year. But we right now want to go out to one of our own. We have a live report from Louisiana in New Orleans, and Hunter Davis, Fox News multimedia reporter, is there live for us. She joins us from New Orleans, which is in Hurricane Zeta's path, and Hunter's impacts from the storms are already being seen there. What can you tell us, and what is the latest?
Hey, so fortunately it has actually quieted down for the first time since early on this afternoon. The rain has stopped. Those wind gusts still keep coming through though, and I will say, as people were preparing for Zeta today, their comments were kind of all the same. They're just ready for hurricane season to be over.
I have had it up to here.
Maria Lebitsky is among the many Louisiana residents enduring a historic hurricane season.
It's kind of like when I go to the dentist and it's horrible. I think in a couple hours I'll look back on this and it'll be all over. True? It's like being at the dentist, only much worse.
For the fifth time in 2020, a named storm is barreling toward Louisiana. This one is going by the name of Zeta, and residents in the lower 9th Ward of New Orleans are hoping it moves through quickly.
2020, not a good year. I should throw it away. I'm ready for next year, because, 2020, not a good year this year for nobody.
Zeta has the potential for wind and rain damage, as well as up to 9 feet of storm surge along the Gulf Coast. People in the lower 9th Ward are relying on the levees outside of the neighborhood for protection, hoping low water levels will save the neighborhood from storm surge.
The river is probably about the lowest that I've ever seen it, so I'm not worried about the surge as much here within the levee protection area.
People in cities from Louisiana to the Alabama-Mississippi border are keeping an eye on the storm. In preparation for Zeta, Louisiana Governor John Bel Edwards has already issued an emergency declaration for the state. In the meantime, residents encourage one another to
just be patient, stay calm. We're gonna get through this.
And Hunter,
now, even though that rain
can you tell us kind of what's going on?
We are experiencing. Say that again?
Sorry to cut you off. You can go right ahead there.
Okay. Oh yeah, sorry, it's a little tough to hear out here. The wind gusts kind of mess up my little earpiece a little bit. I was just gonna say that even though that rain has, stopped for now, we have experienced some flooding in the roadways. So people are still encouraged to stay home, as there are still hurricane warnings in place all the way into Mississippi.
And Hunter, is there anyone outside? Do you see anyone out and about, or are they kind of, no one there?
Hey, yeah, so there are still some people out and about. It's certainly not encouraged, but people are still driving around, and those that are driving around are being asked to turn around, don't drive through flooded waters. There are police officers that have been, patrolling here down on Bourbon Street and then other areas in New Orleans, just asking people that are walking around or driving around, where are you going? Maybe it's best that you go home for now as the storm kind of, finishes passing through this area.
All right, Fox's own Hunter Davis there, live for us on News Now in New Orleans, tracking Hurricane Zeta as it just made landfall a couple hours ago. Thanks, Hunter. Stay safe.
Thanks.
All right, and there's the radar there for Hurricane Zeta. You're seeing that live now as it has made landfall, the fifth named storm to slam that region this year. And as Hunter said, a lot of people are being encouraged, not to go outside, to evacuate. This is the 5th time, like I said, a storm has struck Louisiana. Hurricane Laura did